Okay, hope everybody had a great Christmas and we're all spoilt rotten by Santa and prepping for the new year. So we're going to be doing a hive inspection today, plus an alcohol wash on all 5 hives. And Zoe and Shags might come for a visit, or they might stay away. I like to always put a little bit of green grass in the top of my smoker. Once I've got it going, makes a really cool smoke. Just let the girls know we're coming. Not a lot of activity up there. And they've gone and blocked these holes up in the beetle trap. I'll just clear them. I'm not going to go through all this super because today it's more about inspecting the brood and doing a alcohol wash. There's a brood one I put in the other week. Just waiting for that brood to hatch out, and they're back filling that with nectar as well. Did that to give the queen more space down below. Oh, it's nice and heavy, full of nectar, and they're starting to cap that on this side. You can see. The next one they're drawing out nicely and also putting away some nectar. Okay, that's it for this box. We'll pop that back in. Right, let's get down into the brood box. Oh yeah, it's got some weight going on there. Make sure the queen's not on here. Right. Now let me just see if you guys can still see. No, you can't. Okay. Okay, you guys can see there now. So essentially, I'm going to be looking for some open brood because that's ideally where I want to get the nurse bees from to do the alcohol test. I also want to find the queen, would be my preference. There's a bit of a practice cut going on there. I'll just remove it anyway. So lots of brood in there, backfilling with nectar. You've got some capped honey at the top. And still got some drones hanging around. Get that queen cage out. There's a drone frame I put in recently, just so they can at least draw it out, even if not this spring, but next spring. You can see they're not drawing it out very well. Let's just fix that up while we got it. So if you see stuff like this happening, where they're building out the wrong direction, just squish it down. Squish it into your frame. I'll make use of it. This full frame of capped brood on this side. There's a practice cup there. Make sure there's nothing in it. Lovely brood pattern. Not seeing the queen yet. They have such a good temperament, these bees. Okay, so this is potentially going to be the frame I get the nurse bees from for the alcohol wash, because I have lots of capped brood. I would really like to find the queen though. So I'll sit this one aside and earmark it. She's definitely not on that. Well, I can't see her on that frame. So third in, that's the one I want to use for the alcohol wash. This one they're building out. The queen has laid some eggs in here, I can see. And there she is, with the pink dot. So I'll just catch her now. And then I know she's safe. Right, there she is safe. Okay. Put her over here. I'll just finish the inspection while that's all fully capped. Now you might be wondering why I've got a short frame in here, an ideal frame. I did that so that they could freely build drone comb on the bottom of it, which I would also use as part of my Varroa mite control. The idea with that and the green drone frame is that when they fill it through full of drone brood, a few days before they're ready to hatch, I would then pull them out and put them in the freezer, and then at a later date defrost them and uncap them and look for mites. This is a food frame, got a lot of pollen. And on this side, again, capped brood. They're all looking great and healthy. Oh, this one's heavy. And again, this is all pollen and nectar. It's chockers. Chockers. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, put them back in. Close them up. Now we want this third frame in.
Get those bees off here. I can rest that on there.
I'm going to pop that back in there. Wait for all the field bees to fly away. Open my container that has the metho in it. I've got my cup, half a cup of bees, about 300 bees, like so. Okay, give them a shake. Now, if you're not used to doing this, or you might have bees that might be a little bit antsy, I recommend wearing gloves. And also, don't ever sit this on top of your colony, because if you happen to knock it and spill it all over the girls, you'll kill them. Okay, I'll just set that aside for the moment, and we'll pack these girls up. Let the queen go. Come on, out you go. And there she goes. I'll pop that frame back in. Just got to make space for the hive beetle trap. Don't want to squish any bees. Okay, so that's that hive done. Might scoop some of these girls up. Going down over the side. I'll just smoke them up. It's a lot quicker. Up you go. Okay. Pop that queen excluder back on. And girls out of the way. Oh, that is getting heavy. Right, so we just finished doing that check with the Langstroth hive I just did before we go and open up this hive. I haven't had any mites to date, so thankfully I still don't have mites. The only thing I can see in there are wax flakes and a stinger. I'll go again. Nope, just wax flakes, which is awesome because that must mean we're getting some nectar in, which is great. Yep, definitely no mites. As there's not a lot of debris in this methylated spirits and there's no mites, I'm going to reuse it. When you're throwing out your bees, which you really shouldn't because it's a biosecurity hazard, but if you do, make sure you don't throw it anywhere near your smoker because that could be pretty disastrous, especially in summer. And just a disclaimer here, this is not an educational or teaching video. This is just how I do things.